I'm gonna put the Lego down and pick up this book. Yeah.
Cookbook.
Yeah, the cookbook. In this book, one thing I found out about you. Family recipe. Cajun chicken pasta.
I love that.
Yeah.
My aunt makes that and I love it.
Okay, so do you make it as well?
I don't cook. I just cook on the court.
I respect that.
They cook.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, before the break, I mentioned how cars were sexy to me, right? For example, the OG, Aston Martin. I mean, this mug's so sexy, Rick Ross made a song about it. Then, look at the color of this Corvette Stingray. And then all these people, guess what? They're all looking at it like, yeah, that's sexy too, right? Of course. Okay, so what's next? What's next? Wow. I don't know how this got here. Hey, but it fits the trend, right? Unlike Texas football's play in the second half, that hasn't been so sexy. But do you know what is? Winning. And that's all Coach Sark cares about. Yeah, I listened to that call and you asked them to put you on speaker.
Yeah.
Well, why did you say that? And then what did you tell to that draft room in Denver?
Man, I just wanted to thank everybody. Like, it's crazy, like, emotion, like, all the way, like, tears that hadn't hit me yet.
You've seen the growth of this program, and for it to be a top 5 matchup here at DKR, what does that mean for this program?
College football is better when Texas is good.
Now, I figured I'm not the only one who believes UT deserves the top spot, so I asked Kelvin Banks his thoughts.
That's not up to us. I can't control that. All we can do is really just play hard.
Boy, I know your mama told you not to lie to people.
They took a bite out of Oklahoma before they took a bite out of some corn dogs.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I don't think I saw any condiments on that corn dog.
Is that a problem with you?
You're a sicko. If you're eating a corn dog without any condiments, yeah, that's for sure.
Big week for you. You know, you're going to be named to one of the 32 teams in the league. And this process is very interesting to me, especially this time, because I feel like your whole life as a football player, it's been the team. Now it's about yourself. But now it's like yourself, right? Like you mentioned. So how has that been over the last couple months, just focusing on things that you have to focus on?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been a blessing.
With the hand movement too, you know what I'm saying? Like he go with the hammer with the lyrics. I'm like, oh, he really spitting.
Corey, that's why Mo's nose comes in right there.
And on Saturday, we saw what a QB in year 3 of Sark's system is capable of. All right, here we go. Watch Quinn right here. He's going to send Juan Davis in motion. When he does that, he recognizes something in the defense. So he said, hey guys, let's change this mug to a run play. Once he makes that adjustment, look what happens. Green grass for Jaden Blue, and next thing you know, 33 yards later, Blue is kissing babies and signing autographs in the end zone. He spoke about defensively, like being able to take a little bit more gambles because you got Wemby on the back end.
For sure.
Doing your thing. What do you see that all panning out?
I feel like defensively we have so much potential.
And from Woodward Park, running cross country out there, to now being a Kansas City Chief, what has this journey been like for you, bro?
So never again with that cross country stuff though, for sure. But oh man, it's amazing.
Outside of what seed they'll be, the other question for the Horns is how healthy is Isaiah Bond? I saw him in a walking boot after the game, so hopefully we'll have some answers for his injury later this week.
Well, Corey, I am scheduling a leg day tomorrow, shoulders on Friday.
Okay, this is a guy that works out 3 hours a day. You need to be giving that to me.
I don't know if it's 3 hours, but yeah.
Oh, my bad, 4.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Back on the 40 acres, Reese Atwood was at the plate and she left no crumbs, all right? Legend says she hit a construction worker back there. Now, that was the 3-run shot to put the Horns up 8-0, and it was only the second inning. Lord have mercy. How many minutes do you think you can give the squad right now?
0. Okay, yeah, he didn't need no time for that one.
Is that you on the ground?
Yeah, that's me.
Why were you on the ground?
Okay, I'm gonna blame Amo here because I was trying to get her and hold her, and she goes behind me and trips, so I tripped on myself. That was not intentional.
Classless, clueless, and calculated are 3 words that come to mind after hearing that. Now, I say classless because as the Big 12 commissioner, you're responsible to look after every team in the conference without playing favorites. Last time I checked, Texas is, still in the conference. So for your mark to blatantly show bias against UT is simply unprofessional and low-key childish. Something was in the air yesterday because there were some wild finishes all around the conference. Texas A&M entered the 9th inning down by 5 runs, but that gap closed faster than teeth with braces. That's the first grand slam of the inning for A&M. Yeah, you heard me. First. 12-11 now. Bases loaded again. Same result again. Denny's grand slam. Caden Kent had the bubbles jumping while trotting around the bases. And what better way to celebrate a walk-off during Masters Week than putting on the green jacket? Look at the light-skinned face posing for the camera. That's pretty player. I like that. Now with this comeback, Aggies have now won 6 straight SEC games. Then in the second half, Zurich Onyema says, why dunk with one hand when God blessed you with 2? The big fella finished with a double-double last night. And so did Arthur Kaluma. He saw Onyema's dunk and said, anything you can do, I can do better. The Kansas State transfer also had a solid game, but the Gators game in the second half was sensational. They outscored the Horns by 17 in that period while shooting 40% from 3. Good evening, beautiful people. Michael Taft, Jahdae Barron, and Andrew Makuba have anchored the back end to UT's dominant defense. The Syntex secondary has proven Austin can grow elite talent. Earlier this week, I met the man who's been watering those seeds, hoping guys develop so they'll be ready for the national stage.
Shoot the shot, it's going in, let me flex.
Field is intercepted. Picked off now by Jahdae Barron. And it's Mookie Taft who comes down with a pick for Texas. Firing deep over the middle, and is intercepted. Picked off at the 42-yard line by Andrew Makuba.
And I'm the best, let me check.
Michael Taft, Jahdae Barron, and Andrew Makuba are household names to Texas fans. But every house begins with a foundation.
Go, back, drop, open, break. I like it said.
Bernard Blake, a.k.a. BAM, is a defensive back guru. His company, BAM Performance, has trained dozens of Austin athletes, beginning with the Syntex secondary at Texas back in 2020.
The world was shut down, so it turned into us training 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week.
You know, we were with BAM Performance 100 days straight.
We would be in Manor. The cops would come and be like, hey, y'all not 6 feet apart. Y'all got to go. So, boom, now we're in Pflugerville. Their AD ride by. Hey, you can't be out here. So now we're in Dripping Springs, Westlake. Anywhere we could find grass or turf, we really were at.
Working out with BAM, if we drop a ball, we make each other do push-ups and things like that. We used to make each other run after workouts with him.
Like Michael's always been the ringleader of the work. Like, he's not going to run from a work. He's not going to run from reps. He's not going to let you run from it. And the competitors that Jahdae and Andrew are, they're not just going to let you just come out here, show them up, and then talk about it. So, like, everybody wants to be the best.
To be the best, you have to believe you are first. And when it came to Michael Taft, his boys at BAM Performance were the first to have faith.
During that COVID year, everybody was getting recruited but Michael out of that group. And it got to the point to where he would go so hard in the sessions, or he'll look a certain way in the sessions. Coaches would call these kids, and they're calling these coaches back saying, hey, like, I'm not really going to go to school there, but Michael Taft. Every one of those guys tried to get some of those coaches that they had nice relationships with to recruit Michael.
Just getting told no over and over and over, and just understanding that the guys that believed in me, I'll never cherish those relationships. So no matter what happens in life, the guys that believed in me first, they always got a special place in my heart.
When it comes to BAM's heart, teaching wasn't always his passion. Playing was. Until 24 hours before his first NFL training camp with the Packers.
Literally the day before I was supposed to fly out, got real sick, couldn't really see, started having a lot of pressure and stuff behind my left eye. The neurologist looked at the scans and was like, nope, that's a brain aneurysm. He needs to be back at the hospital. It's located on the main artery on the right side of my brain.
And just like that, BAM's NFL career was over before it got started. But God's plan for BAM was just beginning.
And this was just God telling me, hey, this is where I need you. And to me, I feel like it's definitely been a blessing. I ended up losing my brother to suicide the year after I stopped playing. And so BAM Performance kind of turned into like my fellowship, you know, my testimony, my purpose. Never in a million years would I have thought that not only would I play a part in something like this, but that it would unfold in a city like Austin, because Austin's always had talent.
Thanks to BAM, that talent has developed into an All-American walk-on, an All-American freshman, and an All-American with the trophy to prove it.
The most outstanding defensive back is Texas cornerback Jahdae Barron.
It wasn't my moment, but it felt like it was my moment. To see those three guys on national TV being the best players on their team and to just see like that bond and everything that they've overcome since day one, it was special.
And it meant everything for Bam back then to just push us, you know, not even knowing that we were going to be at this point in life.
Jahdae come in the room, followed by Drew and Taft. It was special because they hug each other, they look at the camera, you don't know what we've been through. Like, to the world, they don't really understand the depth and the meaning behind that. But for me to be in that chair, listening to them say that, I know everything about what they're talking about.
I think it all started honestly back then, you know, when we went through those sessions when it was just 5 of us, just pushing each other to be great.
Not just great, but historic. Bam's career was cut short, but there's no shortage of talent he's producing from the 5-1-2.
I'm not a very emotional guy, but if I was, I'd probably walk around crying every day, all day, every day, just because you're proud. You're proud of them because they all do feel like my brothers.
He's a role model to me. He's a big brother to me, but he pushed me and Taft and Drew to a point that we thought we could never be pushed before, just having us train every single day. So I think it allowed us to have a better bond.
Without them, there really is no Bam performance. We don't grow as fast as we've grown without the success of those guys. And just being able to get around them and see them kind of like flourish and become what they are is rejuvenated everything about me in terms of my purpose and my love for the game of football.
It's just awesome.
Wow, that was a great story. Great reporting per usual.
Thank you.
And he's just overcome so much.
Yeah, and
It's
still
amazing
giving
to see.
back though.
Yes, very inspiring. Thank you for sharing his story with us. And guys, we'll be right back.